Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Rafi bin Hussein. Today, me and my group member will present about a project for subject accounting for Islamic financial institution. So this is my group members. First we have Muhammad Khairul Ashraf bin Abdul Halim. Second we have Muhammad Luqman bin Fakhruddin. Third, we have Izzat Iskandar bin Zairil Anwar. Fourth, we have Muhammad Asmu'i bin Awan. Fifth, we have me, myself, Muhammad Ahir Rafi bin Hussein. And last but not least, Muhammad Aiman bin Hamzah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Asmu'i bin Awang, and today I'm going to talk about the guideline regarding on zakat on business income. So zakat on business income is a zakat that need to pay from a property business involving the good or services. There are four types of business that need to pay the zakat: private business, partnership, company, and cooperative. There are four mandatory conditions for the firm need to pay a zakat. Firstly, the owner need to be a Muslim. Secondly, the property and service need to be halal and not on a form of illegal item. Third is the company need to have enough nisab, which is 80 grams of gold. Lastly, the operation of the company need to be 1 year. There are two methods to calculate zakat. The first one is adjusted working capital. The formula for this method is current asset minus the current liability plus minus the adjustment and multiply by 2.5. And the second one is adjusted growth method. The formula is equity plus non-current liability minus non-current asset plus minus adjustment and multiply by 2.5%. That's all from me. I will give the presentation to Luqman.
Thank you Asmi for the presentation. My name is Muhammad Luqman bin Fakhruddin. Now I'm going to present about the components of financial statement. First of all is statement of comprehensive income that we always call it as SOCI. Statement of comprehensive income refers to the statement that contains details of the company's unrealized revenue, income, expenses or loss. Income statement is a financial statement that summarizes both standard net income and other comprehensive income. The main purpose of the income statement is to provide information on how the company increased revenue and costs incurred. The income statement is very meticulous in highlighting these details. It not only describes the cost of goods sold which are related to the operating activity, but it also includes other unrelated costs such as taxes. This is the sample of statement of comprehensive income. Next is statement of financial position. Statement of financial position is another term of a balance sheet. The statement lists the assets, liabilities, and equity of the organization at the reporting date. Thus, it gives an overview of the financial condition of the business on a particular date. Financial position is one of the three core financial statements that are used to evaluate a business. Financial position is a balance sheet that provides an overview of what a company owns and owes, as well as the amount invested by shareholders. Financial position can be used in the conjunction with other significant financial statements to perform fundamental analysis. The statement of financial position allows user to get a view of a company's assets and liabilities and can know whether it has enough cash and short-term assets to cover its obligation. This is the sample of statement of financial position.
Thank you, Roman. Now I will continue to present about statement of change in equity. Statement of change in equity, also known as owner's equity, is referred to the adjustment of the opening and closing balance of equity in a company in a particular reporting period. It describes the relationship between income statement and financial position and also include all transactions is not recorded in these two financial statements. Next is about formula. Statement of change in equity also have formula, which is opening balance of equity plus net income minus dividend plus minus other change equal to closing balance of equity. Other change represent to the effect of change in accounting policy, effect of period correction, change in share capital, and change in reserve capital. So the purpose of statement of change in equity to provide detail of all movement in the equity of the accounting during the accounting period, which are otherwise not available elsewhere in a financial statement. It's also helpful for shareholder or investor to make informed decision about their investment. So next, we continue to the statement of cash flow. Alright, now statement of cash flow. Statement of cash flow is referred to the increase or decrease amount money either in business, institution or individual. It's the one of the three key statement financial that report about cash, which is generate or spending in the period of time. So statement of cash flow have several types. First is cash from operation, which is cash generated by cooperation. Second is free cash flow to equity, refer to cash available after investment. Third, free cash flow to the firm, which is tool to measure debt company. And fourth, net change in cash is referred to change in cash flow from accounting period to the next. So the purpose of statement of cash flow is present cash inflow and outflow for a reporting period to the reader of the report. So I think that's all for me. I will continue to the next presenter.
Thank you Karul Ashraf and Muhammad Luman for a great explanation about the components in financial statement. Now, let's move on to the accounting issue that is present in Islamic financial institution based on Sharia Revolution 2nd edition by Bank Negara Malaysia. The first issue is the method of profit distribution, where Islamic financial institution will distribute their profit on the gross profit level. It means that Islamic financial institution will determine their net profit after deducting the operating expenses from the gross profit portion. This is because Sharia Advisory Council, known as SAC, on their 16th meeting at 11th of November 2000, has resolved that profit distribution method based on gross profit is permissible. That is all from me. Now I will be passing the presentation to Muhammad Aiman.
Thank you for your presentation. My name is Muhammad Aiman bin Hamzah. My metric number is 01 DIB4F1004. I want to present about method for revenue recognition.
Method for revenue recognition. Method for revenue recognition. The SSC was referred to on the issue as to whether Islamic financial institution may adopt accrual method to recognize revenue. Resolution. The SSC in its 16th meeting date 11 November 2000 has resolved that the accrual method for revenue recognition is permissible. Basis of the ruling. According to Sharia, both cash and accrual methods are acceptable in recognizing the revenue in the context of current practice. The accrual method is preferable due to the change in commercial practice that have become more diversified and varied. Accrual method is permissible on the basis that a party is entitled to the realized revenue even though it has not been received in cash yet, in view of its effectiveness in recording credit transactions such as deferred payment. Our believers, when you contract a debt from one another for a fixed period, puts its amount and period of repayment in writing and lets a scribe write it down between you justly, trustfully. Al-Quran verse Surah Al-Baqarah.
In conclusion, we can learn why zakat is prescribed and how to calculate the actual zakat. In addition, we can also find out there are various types of financial statement and how important these statements are to most companies. Last but not least, we can find out how accounting issue present in Islamic financial institution.